So the Baltany, the bubble back, the quartz, two-tone, gold and silver, what's the point? Well, it's a fun, smart, casual watch for not too much money. That's the point. Is this any good? That's what we're going to cover now. But before that, I like to verify all the stats and specs, and rather than me bleat on through them, here's a quick blast through me checking them over, and then I'll cut and paste all the details in the description. So now that's verified and we've got that out of the way, let's get on with the things that you can't just see in black and white on a website. And that is, what do I think? What should you look out for? What do you get for your money? If you've never seen a Baltany watch before, what to expect? Now do check out the Baltany website, their official website. This isn't an AliExpress watch, this is baltany.com or .co.uk. Great prices, really good customer service, all that stuff. That is something that they've established now. And I'm not paid, they haven't given me a script to say all these things. It's just from experience. I know I've been sent these watches for free, but I'm still honest. And I like accepting these watches because, not just because of the obvious reason, because it's always a joy to receiving something for nothing, but it's genuinely because it's easy to talk about these kind of watches, because they could easily be disappointing and I could be picking them to shreds and I'm going, guys, here's a watch which is awful, I don't recommend you buy it, and just you spend a bit of time watching a video for technically nothing. But at least you can watch this video about this product and actually bear it in mind, consider it as a purchase, because what you get for your money with these watches, from my vast experience of reviewing hundreds of watches and making hundreds of videos, that's why I don't do as many videos now, because I'm bored of reviewing similar watches which are okay, a bit of fun, but they're scruffy around the edges, and I'd rather just spend a little bit more money. If it was, if I was spending my own money on a watch, which was still really good value for money, watches from San Martin and these guys, for example, are the few that are left, in my opinion, are worth just your consideration, because they aren't doing a dead cut and paste homage to anyone. They do sort of generically use this case design a lot with quite a few of their watches now, but that's cost cutting and it's a nice design and it's very universal and versatile. But I like the fact you just get a good spec and build for your money. That's what we want, isn't it? And something that looks pretty. And that ticks the boxes. So the spec, as you've seen in the description and my quick verification, is decent. It's going to wear very well on a lot of wrist sizes. I'll show it on mine in a bit. I've got an average wrist size. It's a dinky little watch. So if you want something with a bit more elegance and smallness to it, this is going to be for you. You want something to just grab and go, this is for you because it's got the quartz movement. You want something which you're not going to worry about scratching the crystal, this is for you because it's got Sapphire Crystal, which is domed, of course, which is really nice. It adds to the vintage look. AR coated, so you can still read it when it's sunny. So it plays with the light still very beautifully, but it's still legible. If you want to wear this in all occasions, day and night, and still be able to read it, you can, because this has got Lume. I'm going to show you the Lume now. As you can see here, I've still got a bit of sort of light bleeding in from into the studio, but look how much that pops. You don't really notice it when there's no darkness that this has got Lume at all, because of the old radium style Lume in the indices and hands, matches the gold a bit, but that is great Lume. Baltany watches, from my experience, generally, they do have really good Lume. So you're getting versatility with this watch because it's got water resistance, screw down crown, which is great. The screwing action is good. That sounded a bit filthy, but we like a good screwing action. Screw case back, good water resistance. You could change the straps out on this, 18mm, so it's a good universal sort of size. So you can buy straps easily at 18mm wide and change them out if you don't want tan leather. Even though it's smart casual, you could have this as a sporty watch. Kind of does everything, and I like that you can have something that's still smart that does a lot of other things. It's not delicate and precious with a delicate little movement in there. It's modern with a really basic but reliable quartz movement. Change the battery every few years and off you go. Just enjoy it. The strap is good quality, nice sealed edges. It smells nice. I know you can't smell that through the camera, but all these little details, which from my experience of selling leather straps and understanding the differences in quality, this is a good mid-tier leather strap. It's not ultra soft and flexible from the off, but it's decent. I'd say they've done a nice thing in adding a good quality strap in there, and they've even embossed it, which is really cool. So again, all these things add up to a really good quality watch for not much money. The cost cuttings, of course, because these are made in China, and the cost cutting has got a Quartz. The cost cutting as well because they don't have huge marketing budgets, etc. They have a very simple but very easy to navigate website. All those cost savings get passed on to you, the consumer, and it's not a huge brand that everyone knows about. It's one of those little niche things that if you know about it, you buy one of their products and go, I've got something decent here that no one really knows what it is. No one's heard of Baltany before, but it's something you can enjoy. You can appreciate the tactile aspects of it and the finishing, which is really good. I've never seen or had a bad one. I think the only squiffy thing I had on one of them once, which I bought, was you unscrew the crown, and when you pulled the crown out, you could see when you moved the crown a bit, you could see the dial wobble, so there wasn't perfect fitment on the movement holder ring on the inside. But that's the only issue I've had with any of my Baltany watches, which was obvious or really noticeable, considering even the fact it's a cheap watch. I do like gold two-tone. I really like the black one. I would have even preferred the black. Could have helped these indices, the old radium, pop a bit more. Don't really like the colour of the old radium. It's slightly out of keeping with the colour of the gold in the bezel and the hands, etc. It all just looks a little bit milky and it's blending together. I'm just being really picky here. I just can't fault the build quality. It really is astonishingly good for the money. The brushing, really smooth. And look at these lugs. That is such crisp brushing. There's no snaggy, snotty bits anywhere, no dimples and ripples like you get sometimes in cheap watches with the polishing. It's really flat and smooth. Even the detail here with this extra seconds hand here, the sort of the mini seconds hand, is just really well executed. And the fact on a sort of smart casual dressier watch you get really good lume is ridiculous. This case back, good for it if you want to get it engraved, but it scratches up immediately. That's why I like as long as possible to keep the sticker on these, because this scratches. As soon as you wear it, it's rubbing against your skin, and it's a sweat and scratch magnet, which is gross. So yeah, I've got 7-inch wrist. You've got enough scope for if you want to go bigger or smaller. You've got 2 keeps here. It's not too long, not too short. Really fits nicely. Reasonable lug to lug length, so it doesn't look tiny on my wrist. Only slight downside with this bubble back design is it sits a little bit tall. It's not a chunky watch by any means, but I think being a Quartz, they could have got away with it being thinner, but then that would detract from the whole bubble back thing. So I just think it's a very cohesive, well executed watch. Only slight things. I don't like the confusing element to the extra seconds hand down at the 6. Looks a little bit off, but that's just personal taste. Once your eyes tune to it, it's actually really cool and just makes the watch a little bit more interesting. So there you have it. Another bargain banger from Baltany. A bubble back bargain Baltany bum something. Yes, lots of B's, and brilliant is one of them. Thanks for Baltany again sending me this one, and your patience for it taking me so long to do the review. Here it is. Another one's coming soon. Hope to see you again soon, guys. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.